As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
We have a square, we got a hexagon, we got an or a circle. What an octagon means? It's an 8-sided shape.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Ah, this is another 11.037 moment. Okay, gotcha. Because in the Japanese version, it's still called octagon, which isn't a Japanese word. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, like, what the... Like, that's not really much of a leap, is it? Oh, an octagon? Could the octagon be... an octagon!
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
But, although I will say, I do... Is it a worse puzzle? Yes. Localized. However, I do think it kind of fits Nagito's personality right in this chapter, actually a bit more, when he's acting so... He's basically patronizing Hajime, like, oh, Hajime knows what an octagon is. Wow, never thought this moron would know something like that. What a genius Hajime is for knowing what an octagon is. It's actually kind of like this. It feels in with character for Nagito in this chapter, even if it wasn't the original intention in Japanese. The place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably... Oh. We got a hexagon. We got a square. And then that's a circle, a cylinder. If anywhere were to be an octagon, it would probably be... there. Oh, the octagon is inside the tower, but isn't it the tower circular? Well, it is. You're right, looks like I had it.
Crap!
Oh, wait, hold on. Is this actually an octagon? Grape House is an octagon, but isn't Grape House 6-sided? Well, yeah, I know.
Crap!
And that's a square. Is it the halls? Are the halls an octagon? I actually don't see an octagon. Oh, my time's up, apparently. Dang. No, I didn't...
Crap!
Okay, let's get back to this. So, we have a circle. We got a hexagon. We got a square. And we got hallways. And that's... Just look at the shape with 8 sides. None of these... I mean, a square has 6 sides. Or a cube has 6 sides. So that's not it. Oh, hallways? Don't think the octagon is inside Strawberry Grape Hall. Yeah, it looks like I had a little misunderstanding.
Crap.
Yep, okay. Alright, I've clicked on literally everything except for this. Strawberry House, yeah, it's 4-sided. I know.
Crap!
The elevator? The elevator's octagon. Why? I don't know, because I've clicked on it, literally everything else in the picture.
Crap!
Could it be underground? Hey, which place would be the octagon?
Crap!
Okay, it's not buried underground. Good to know. Good to know. So it's not the house. It's not the hexagon. It's not the hallways. It's not the elevator, the tower. It's not like a mysterious underground zone. Again, that would kind of make sense in terms of progression, like 4 to 6 to 8. Are we sure it's not like underground? Compared to my time's up again.
Crap!
Like, I mean... Am I just blind? It's like this is like the underground. It's in the basement. Okay, it's not in the basement.
Crap!
I've clicked on literally everything here. Is it down there? No.
Crap!
Okay. So I guess we'll go back to this.
Is my...
I suppose we'll retry.
We will never give up!
So what has 8 sides? The top is no, it's okay.
Crap!
1, 2. I mean, there's 3 layers. There's. I already clicked on the tower, and the tower's circular, but you never know. It could be a facade.
Crap!
The world at large is an octagon if you really think about it. We're all multifaceted like an octagon is.
Crap!
I guess I technically haven't clicked on the bottom hall. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, fair.
Crap!
Well, I mean, the octagon has to be between these 2 layers, right? Oh.
Crap!
What the heck else is there to click on? Okay. There isn't one. There is no octagon. That's the answer. It's a trick question.
Crap!
An octagon in 8-sided shape. Like it's actually this little like corner here. What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Yeah. I know about that.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yes.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
And
That's basically the gist of it.
okay, great. We already knew what the octagon was to begin with. We already knew that's where Nagito wins.
The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Okay, yes. Was this ever in question? I thought we like. But why is this relevant?
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Why was this?
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
It's quite the claim.
Like me, the killer, probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery,
Okay.
and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
They're like,
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
so I'm thinking is like, did they tie him up in Strawberry Tower, then like bring it down to Grape Tower, and then just killed him with gravity?
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that?
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi! Oh, I can already tell it won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away! I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious Stufatli! That's much more straightforward than I expected, Stufatli. That's not it! That's not it at all! Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these words would be... Ta-da! Stufatli! Huh? There's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stufatli.
Yes, we'll save.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Batteries? I don't think I have a problem on my PC.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
For various reasons.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
What the heck? That was a quick change in demeanor?
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
He's been more reliable recently.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
Since when? Now, that's kind of weird out of context.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but...
But then I found someone even more deserving of such an honor. Hajime!
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building's structure. Well, if there's an elevator, there's gonna be a lot of, like, moving parts to that. Is that what we're getting at? So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that utilized the building's structure? It's either falling or being crushed. I think his injuries are more in line with being crushed, I suppose. Nekomaru's actually cause of just getting crushed? Sounds quite painful, so where and how is he crushed? Okay, apparently not. I suppose it would have to be falling then, right? Oh, the other things are detachable, so they'd be really easy to mess with after the fact.
I see. That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
Same too, that was actually my theory before the crushed elevator thing presented itself.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
Well, the tower.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If he's in sleep mode, then he doesn't count as something that the elevator makes sure to... He doesn't count as like a living object that the sensors notice, right? If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Makes sense.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
But if the goodnight button was in play, then it would go perfectly fine, which is why they had to kill Nekomaru.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Exactly, Sonia.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Notice they tied him up first. Perhaps on the on the door handle.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
Gundam, question. So, he would have been tied up, strung up probably by the door handle, I would imagine. But then that still leaves the issue. Once he's up there, how does the killer drop him? Now, it would be difficult for a person to do, for sure. But is it possible that I don't know, a rodent, for example, could have crawled up there? And let him drop?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Wait! Sonia, do not disrespect Chiaki. You can disrespect Kazuichi, but Chiaki, come on.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, you're silencing Kazuichi? Carry on, then. Carry on. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Well, you string him up, you tie him to the wall. Use the wire.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Agreed.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
We haven't had an agreement yet, have we?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
What? No. What are you on about?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Quit interrupting Chiaki. She's onto something.
Oil on the floor.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
No, Chiaki's up. If Nekomaru's inside the elevator, I can create a difference in elevation.
If you arrange it a certain way,
Let it be via the wire.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all...
Oh, hold on. So he was strung up with the metal wire. It was tied into a loop. Then we also have the doorknob. What are the doorknobs? Well, it's tough because I think they used the wire to hang him by the doorknob.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
So I think we're agreeing with Fuyuhiko.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Using the wire, maybe?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Okay, alright, there we go.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Indeed.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Ooh.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Mm-hmm.
Too easy.
What's your problem?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
It'd be tough.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Correct. I guess this is probably where the broken doorknob comes in? I would assume? Or the timer. Well, let me look at the clock so we're...
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Hold on.
how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that.
I agree with what Kazuichi's wondering. It seems that a difference in elevation inside the tower is used to kill Nekomaru. We need to find the answer to
Even
his
if they
remarks.
suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Okay,
how
sorry.
would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I can't back down.
Oh. I failed the duel? Come on. Alright.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Okay,
Doesn't
advance. There
mean
we go.
someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Well, okay, that's just wrong. Well, thanks, Kazuichi. I think I figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru.
What?
well-
Nekomaru?
So, wait, we've got... the clock alarm timer. Okay, so that is in reference to Nekomaru. Okay.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
He wasn't, though.
If he was sleeping,
What?
there's no way he could do that. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to. Moving the elevator with is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, it's gotta be...
What?
Maybe...
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Excuse me?
Crap.
I do have the right thing. Clock's alarm timer is... Nekomaru used this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's alarm stopped at 7:30. Yeah, this is obviously it.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through
Okay,
those
I may have
words.
had the wrong thing selected before.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
Should probably thrash him out.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Why'd the doorknob come off, then?
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
I guess that's could have happened, too.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Yeah. They couldn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! Whoo! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Clatter. Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! You! Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
But we haven't really narrowed down who could have done it.
I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too.
He hit the pillar on the way down. That's why it fell. So that wasn't even part of the original plan, was it? Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. Though when Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of that happened to him was he collided with the pillar.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
In a roundabout way, I suppose.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Seems like it.
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, we checked this.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
That's because our clocks were set to be slow.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction.